Hello everyone and welcome to Civilization 6. We are here today at the start of a new Deity playthrough. In the interest of speed, we're going to have the game speed on quick, the map size on small. We've got quick movement and quick combat on. We're going to be getting a random leader. There's nothing funny going on behind the scenes. And we're just going to go ahead and start the game.
Life beneath water,
and we are
the great beasts of the Stone Age,
Cleopatra.
to
The
man
Egyptians.
taking his first upright steps.
The Egyptians.
You have
So
come
our
far.
trade routes to other civilizations
Now
provide
begins
plus
your
4 gold for
greatest
Egypt.
quest.
Other civilizations
From
trade
this
routes to
early
Egypt provide
cradle
plus
of
2 food
civilization
and
on
plus 2
towards the
gold for
stars.
Egypt. So
There will be
Cleopatra
those
is
who
a
underestimate
gold
you,
powerhouse
but
here.
you are
Plus
cunning and
15%
full of
production
tricks,
towards
Queen
districts
Cleopatra.
and wonders if placed
Your
next to a
charm
river.
will establish
Floodplains
indestructible
do
alliances
not
with
block
the
placement of
strongest
districts
leaders of the
and
world.
wonders. Interesting.
Keep
I didn't
your
know that
friends
floodplains
close
blocked
by
them
your
in the first
side,
place.
and you will find yourself
We've got a
untouchable.
chariot archer
The
is our
glory of
unique
Egypt
land
primed
unit,
to win over
and
the
a
world.
sphinx is a unique improvement. I have no idea what the sphinx does. So actually, let's do a quick little bit of reading up on the sphinx. What does the sphinx do? Let's find out together. Plus 1 faith and plus 1 culture. Plus 2 faith if next to a wonder. Cannot be built next to another sphinx. Must be built on floodplains. So it has to be built on floodplains. I believe that's floodplains. Yes, little grassy, sandy-ish area. Okay, so we do have a location for a sphinx right in our home city. We've also got a couple of options, it appears, for a campus. Looks like we're only going to get plus 2 on our campus, or we could do it as a holy site as well. I'm not strong. My religion game is not strong. I'm not going to lie. This looks like a very defendable kind of locale. We've got dyes, couple of wheat. Yeah, I could make this work. We do have tobacco within range to get a second luxury resource. Let's go ahead and found Raw Cadet. Not thieves. Raw Cadet. Alright. Startled me with that. We are going to... Are we going to go for exploration first, or are we going to go for border expansion and culture first? I do like my culture getting researched quickly. This will require irrigation. Looks like that will require irrigation as well. So let's go ahead and get pottery down, as that is the prerequisite for irrigation. Starting to get the hang of the old Civilization 6. This is only day 2 from its release, so you know it is a learning curve. But I actually won a game on Deity last night, a science victory. Now, as is often the case with a new release, especially unfortunately Civilization has sort of a history of this, but as is often the case, the launch version of the game, the AI is kind of terrible. I'm not going to lie, the AI is kind of terrible, and last night on Deity was a excellent example of that. A few of the things that I've noticed on my previous playthroughs were still there on Deity.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it.
Interesting. We're still there on Deity, them being the fact that the civilizations don't appear to be upgrading their units. So when they unlock the future technologies and they unlock the future soldiers and things along those lines, they are not upgrading their warriors. They're not, like, I was invaded by Greece on that live stream with hoplites in the Gunpowder Age, and it's not that he didn't have the ability to upgrade them to pikemen or whatever. Or I guess hoplite. Actually, you know what? I guess hoplites upgrade to pikemen. It's not necessary that he had the technology, but he was also invading me with warriors when he had swordsmen. So they're not upgrading their thing. I can never figure out how to properly get out of that screen. If there's a back button, I don't know it. Okay, let's continue. Just sort of, we'll loop around these mountains, and then we'll come back, because we're going to have a scout that's going to be properly exploring. Keep on moving. Looks like there's a nice big rainforest here. Rainforests are good for, well, they're good for, I believe, culture as well, but they're definitely good for science. Okay. So yeah, actually, this right here would be a good campus location, because we're getting +1 from both rainforests, because you get 0.5 of a science for a rainforest, or you get 1 for every 2, I should say, because you don't get 3.5, you get 3, because you get 1 there, or 0.5, 0.5, so that's 1, and then 1 from both of these mountains, so it's 3. So that's a good little campus location. Alright, let's get a scout down. Now, unfortunately, we're not growing super fast.
When you find yourself in a... It is not wisdom, but...
We got all kinds of technologies popping. Sean Bean. I would expect Sean Bean to die in this game, simply because it is Sean Bean. We're about to get... One of the things on Deity, if you want to keep up, you need to be getting those boosts. You need to be getting those boosts, and you need to not be wasting turns. So... That being said, we are about to have a scout go out, but it might take him more than 8 turns to get to find a second continent. So let's go craftsmanship first. Over here, double experience for recon units. I don't think it's ever really been what I've chosen. It's always good to have unit combat strength when fighting barbarians, because that's +5. That's my 20 strength warrior attacking as a 25, if I'm not mistaken, and that's kind of huge. You know, that's a really big boost, a really big jump. So let's get you moving on down, Raw Cadet. Let's look at what your citizen has elected to do. I'm not super okay with that. That probably makes more sense, although it's 14 turns until border growth. Maybe actually you don't do that. Maybe you do that, and that gets us 7 turns until border growth, and then at least we're growing. Because we're going to want to build her down quickly, obviously. Well, we will build a builder, and then we'll get the builder to do both of these wheat tiles, and then we'll get Rock Cadet growing at a reasonable rate. But until then, I suppose we should get that extra little bit. Now that's a little bit comforting, actually. It looks like we're on the coast here, so it looks like we can cross one of our borders off of our list. We don't really have to worry about people invading from the west, it appears. Knock on wood. Because then we're going to get an armada happen. But that is good. We've got experience points. Another little tribal village. All of this is looking good to me. So let's look. What are the things that are probably about to get popped? And what do we need? We've got a builder on the way, so we're going to get that pop. Yeah, we're probably going to be building a city on the coast. We don't have a slinger yet. Find a natural wonder. We don't really need that. Let's go ahead and go for writing, and hope that we meet a civilization on the way. I believe the game plan is going to be to move him back. You actually... Oh, that's interesting. You can move and then promote. So it's always good to at least do one move. Okay, we got a bunch of faith from that. Is that enough to found a Pantheon? I don't really know how much faith you need to found a Pantheon. Apparently that many. That many faith. That was the answer to that question. Okay. Let's take a little step up over the mountains. There we go. Let's found Pantheon. So, take a little look-see. We've got lots of grasslands. That is a hell of a lot of rainforest. So that is worth considering. Just the sheer amount of rainforest that is there. So that's our campus location. And is that whales or fish? See, that is a very whale-looking fish, if you ask me. I still haven't gotten used to that being the fish symbol. So, 15% production towards ancient and classical era wonders. In combination with the other 15% that you can get as a policy, that would actually be good. +1 culture from pastures, from marsh, from mines over strategic resources, from fishing boats. Ancient and classical military units is also kind of nice. Fertility rates, harvesting a resource, receives faith equal to the other yield's quantity. You know what? That in combination with the civic that does the same thing, I'm pretty sure it gives us another 15%, so 30% in total. That's actually pretty huge. Could even use that on the Great Library, or the Great Lighthouse, or the pyramids, all three being Egyptian monuments. Kind of funny. It's like Egypt was an important civilization or something, you know? Oh, tundra down there. That's interesting. Is our southern border safe too? That would be a handy little start for us to have.
Skill without imagination is...
We got a builder down. Now we can start solving our food issues here. That's going to, of course, boost. Excellent. So that's 3 food and a thingy. That's getting us 2 thingies. 2 gears, 2 production. Discovering a second continent. I think that should happen soon, maybe? So let's do that, because we are eventually going to be building a district, of course. Alright, let's make sure that you pop this little corner so that we can see when a barbarian encampment has happened. This has gone ahead and boosted sailing for us, so that's nice. That's very nice. We definitely don't want to build a settler just yet, because that removes a population by 1. So let's go ahead. You know what? We are worried about the food aspect of it. That only gives us 1 food now. It's not the 2 food that it used to be. So maybe we go ahead and we throw out a slinger. Throw out a little bit of a slinger. Get some sling action going. And just a little bit of extra defense. Now that is terrifying. I have not had to deal with a barbarian horse encampment yet. And that is what that appears to me. That's what that appears to be. That's what that appears to mean. Is that a horse encampment? Can I tell? Because a horse archer... Is that really giving me a major victory? Oh, because I get a +5 advantage against barbarians. You see, this is what I'm talking about. I'll take a major victory. I mean, that's going to attack me as well now, but... Honestly, we're going to want to get that motherfucker damaged.
Writing me.
You are going to want to boost. Woods and rainforest terrain, that'll, well. I think we're going to lose our scout. Looks like we're going to lose our scout, but he's going to die fighting. And it's going to be good. We're going to write songs about him. Everybody's going to be singing Kumbaya. We're going to have to get rid of this encampment, though. I really don't like that that's a barbarian horse archer. Don't like that that's a barbarian horse archer. So we are going to want to deal with that ASAP. Let's... I guess we'll keep the slinger where he is, and we will build... You know what? It is nice. It would be a nice idea to get a campus down early. But let's go ahead and build another warrior. So I feel like this guy might need help. decisive victory. Just go right ahead and kill the shit out of him. We're going to skip one more turn on that worker.
Thousands have lived
There we
without
go.
love.
Excellent. You don't have enough experience for an upgrade. Just that Mercury. Now that is interesting. Mercury, interesting choice for a luxury resource. There's a couple of them down there, so that looks like a good little area, if you ask me. We'll leave the slinger up there. We'll get our warrior on that side of the river. I don't think this guy's gonna need help. But anyways. So. What are we going to do? Well, sailing, 3 turns. Found a city on the coast. How is this looking? Wow, this actually does look like an amazing little location. You got deer, you got 3 fish, you got a wheat, you've got 2 mercury, and you've got a cattle. So like right there, but where's the fresh water? That's the thing. There's no fresh water. No fresh water. That's going to be the one drawback in that location. No fresh water means no housing bonus. So we may want to wait, but we can go ahead and set a pin there. As far as what we're going to be doing, I believe, does Harbor give us housing? No, Harbor doesn't give us housing, but the lighthouse does. Does that give us housing? So we can't even build an aqueduct in the thing if it's not 1 tile away from fresh water. So that's kind of unfortunate. I believe universities give us housing. But those are a ways away. They're way over here. Yeah, it gives us +1 housing. That's interesting. I know the encampment. This guy gives us housing. Barracks. Does an armory? An armory give us housing? No. But the barracks gives us housing. Well, it's going to be something that we're going to have to find out. Is there a wonder that gives us housing? Perchance? Perchance? Possibly? Let's go ahead and get the wheel down. Because that's going to give us +1 food on the wheat. At least the watermill will. The watermill, for some reason, has taken on what the granary used to be, as far as bonuses are concerned. Now let's go ahead and start on the path that we need to get that Omega Campus. It's not really an Omega Campus, but you know what I mean. Why? Why is this? Why is this? Is that because I need to clear... Is that because I need to clear... Yeah, it's because I need to clear that. Okay, so we're not going to be building a campus just yet. Well, if we do a settler, that's going to be 7 turns. For some reason that went down to 6. I'm not really sure why that went down to 6, but okay. It's going to be 6 turns. We're going to get a settler, and we can figure out where we're going to put them. Where are we going to put them? We're probably going to want to keep our fresh water source in the early game. Make sure that we're on fresh water. Hell, it would be really nice if I could see a lake down there. A lake would be beautiful. A lake would be beautiful. We were going to go there because we're going to kill that barbarian. Going to kill the barbarian. Don't want
That's
any
the
horse
positive
archers
aspects of trade, I
in our
suppose.
life.
The world gets stirred
Civic
up together.
completed. That's good. Let's go ahead and start the process of exterminating that fortified spearman. We do have some units that can accompany that dude there. Let's go ahead and take a peek at our civic tree. To boost build any district, so we're going to wait on state workforce just now. To boost grow your civilization to at least 6 population. That's really not going to be happening. To boost clear a barbarian outpost. Well, that's about to happen. So let's do that one. Let's do that one. Let's capitalize on them boosts. One thing that I am noticing about my game is that I get to a point where I start focusing too much on science. Too much on science and not enough on culture. That's what I've noticed about my game. Okay, now this is interesting. Because there is fresh water. So does that count as a river tile? Does it say river tile? Tundra river. Tundra. Okay. But that's Tundra river. But then that's snow down there. So, if we build on one of the deers, or we build, yeah, if we build on one of the deers, then you're still getting those amenities, but you're not getting those fish. If we build here, we got one of the fish, we got the cattle, we got one of the mercury. We got both of the deer though. So we got 2 fish, 2 deer, but I mean that's only 1/2, right? And you're on tundra. It's complicated. It's complicated, man. That freshwater issue. Housing, man. Housing is really changed the civilization game. You know, because you look at Valletta, that's a city-state. Okay. You look at here and you're like, oh my God, look at all the resources, and then you're like, right, food. it can't grow that big. Can't grow that big. Let's get you on your way over there. Unfortunately, he sees my territory because I've expanded that far now. That is unfortunate. How far is the aqueduct?
The value of military knowledge, but if men
So what
make
does that
war
get
with
us? Plus
slavish
100%
obedience to
ancient,
rules,
heavy, and light cavalry
they will
units.
fail.
Great general points. Let's choose a civic. Let's choose a civic. 2 boost, build any district. 2 boost, grow your civilization to at least 6 population. 2 boost, found a Pantheon. Let's give us a little time to build a district. For this dude, let's go ahead and link him. And for you, let's move you back. And let's go ahead and we're going to link you guys next turn. Let's get a scout out. Let's get a scout out. Boom, boom. So that we can continue looking in this sort of area. Let's go ahead and link these guys. Really simple feature that they've added. That is pretty awesome. So, where am I even sending that guy? Here I am just sending a settler out there, like, oh yeah, we're gonna send a settler out there. Where the fuck is he going? Where is he going? Let's figure that out. I haven't really explored. I guess there's a horse, there's a fish, there's a whole bunch of rainforest, so we could settle kind of right there, on that side of the river and just kind of go with that. That does not seem like a very good course of action.
Sometimes the wheel turns slowly.
Just kind of sent a settler out because why not, right? Apparently that was my good game plan right there. Just unthinking sending a settler out. I think I was so focused on this being an amazing spot for Civ 5 that yeah, I still want to make it work, but you can only build 1 aqueduct. Maybe there are resources down there. I mean, there's only like 3 or 4 tiles to the bottom of the map, but it's interesting. Let's go ahead and get that out. We're 1 barbarian away from being able to do that. Yeah, let's get the watermill down, because that's going to help with our growth. As far as our slinger is concerned, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to want to do with the slinger. Let's go here and let's fortify until healed. Boom, boom. You're going right for me, eh? It's a stalemate. Well, suppose we'll keep moving this way. Although I don't really know why I'd keep moving that way. Because I think that's kind of right here is where I want. That was a silly move. Silly move, Scott. Silly move, Scott. Okay. Let's get this dude on this side of the river. Excellent. We want to get a second city down. Okay, well, at the very least, he's made it easy for me to go ahead and kill him. Get that boost on bronze working. Perhaps we move right there. We definitely want the fresh water, and it doesn't appear that there's any more fresh water, so... It's really changed the game. The whole the freshwater housing thing, man. It's changed the game. An unmet player has been defeated. See, that has come up before and then hasn't been true. So, like, I don't know if people keep getting liberated or what's going on. Let's unlink and let's send the warrior this way so that we can see what's going on. And that makes me feel better about settling immediately where I am. Because we got crab. You got fish. You got a horse. Yeah. That makes me feel better about founding a city right here. That being said, we are going to want reinforcements up there quickly. This motherfucker might die. That would not be good. That would not be good. So let's go ahead and... Oh, chariot archer. Look at you. That's our thingy. That's our unique unit. You can get a promotion. Well, hopefully you survive then. I didn't notice that. Oh dear. Okay, let's get you there next turn, and let's push forward. Don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, he didn't die. Good. That's good. I preferred that you didn't die. You can go ahead and move again. Ooh, tribal village. There we go. Getting them boosts. That also is interesting because if there's, I have found that the computer is not.
So interested.
The computer, because the barbarians are pretty strong, the computer doesn't seem to be quite as adept at. Oh no, look at that now. You've added to my conundrum. So if I build right here, then I can get all of that in. I think that is that. Let's go ahead and add a pin here. Possible. Okay. We've got possible right there, because that's a couple of iron. I mean, you're going to scoop up that, but I might be able to scoop up that, and then... Yeah, but then you don't get cattle. So maybe right there. That's also possible. 1, 2, 3. You'd forgo that fish resource. God, everything... I don't even know, man. We need to figure that out. Let's keep you where you are. Ooh, there's an iron down there. Interesting. I unknowingly scooped up 2 crabs. Look at me. Okay. I've got 2. Let's go ahead and get a major victory. I'm down for the major victories. Let's keep you where you are. Check on our research. Apparently we could get sailing. Build ancient walls is how you get that boost. Well, we definitely want that. I don't think we need ancient walls, though. They've boosted... Well, they boosted a couple of our things here.
It was luxuries like air conditioning that brought down the Roman Empire.
Luxuries like air conditioning.
Their windows were shut. They couldn't hear the barbarians coming.
Air conditioning. That damn AC, man. Alright. Let's take a look and make sort of a broad plan. Let's think about what our game plan is here, because we can build some wonders as Egypt. Judging from our borders, I think we're gonna have the opportunity to do so, because judging from our borders, we don't seem to have a whole lot of people around us. The issue with where we are is going to be fresh water. There's not a whole lot of rivers going through it. Like, if there was an isolated river that ran right through here, that would be amazing, but there's not. So that's going to be our expansive crux. The thing we need to overcome. It's going to be what we need to overcome. Getting sailing right now wouldn't be super helpful at the moment. I suppose it could help a teeny bit. That requires irrigation, I believe. We actually got another fish too. Fish and crabs. This actually isn't that bad. Not a bad get. Not a bad get. So let's go ahead and get that down there, so when we do get a builder, we can go ahead and go for that. Ancient and classical wonders, that's what we want. State workforce. Boom boom, because that combines with our Pantheon. Alright, our knowledge of construction has been upgraded substantially. Is the city-state helping me out? Look at that. Okay, let's take a peek down this way. Congo! Very interesting. Very interesting. Congo. What are we going to do with Congo? Well, it's an honor to meet you. We would love to sample your hospitality. One of the interesting things about when you first meet someone, it depends on how you've met them. It depends on how you've met them and what units you've met them with for how that little interaction goes. If it's two scouts out in the middle of nowhere, then you exchange information about each other's capitals. If a scout has met a warrior or seen the borders of your empire, then you invite them in, and vice versa. So right now, he's invited me into the nearest city, happened to be his capital, but he doesn't know where I am yet, because we didn't exchange information about our capitals. Okay. Now, I believe we got the bronze working, but we'd be building it right next to Thebes. However, maybe we leave that for Thebes. No, because then Thebes would get an amazing campus right there with +4. Because you get one for each, you get one for the adjacent districts, and you get one for the 2 rainforests right there. So if we do that, which we are going to do, if you do that, we can have a super campus right there. So we've got our science figured out. Now we need to figure out our culture. Because one of the things, I think I started alluding to it earlier, is that my culture game in the mid-game all of a sudden just goes totally away. Looks like that motherfucker stole our thing. Okay, that's fine. Fortify you until healed. What do we got you doing? Let's take a peek at what Congo is doing here. Looks like they're going for the kill on a barbarian outpost. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So, what do we want to do here? Could make a trade route. Do I have I do have the ability to make a trader and connect a trade route, so that's something that we're probably going to want to do. We're probably going to want to throw that down into one of our dudes. Engineering, the boost for that is to build an ancient walls. I'm going to go down masonry route. Doesn't look like we're going to get a quarry. Got tobacco there. We're going to have double tobacco. So we're going to be able to trade some tobacco. We got some cattle. We got mercury. We do need to figure out what we're going to be doing down here, because we're going to want to do it quickly. I'm not super pumped about open borders with you, but I mean, I guess we can do that. Sure. You know, be friendly. Be friendly and all that jazz. Got a second city there. You've produced a warrior. I kind of forgot you were producing a warrior. I thought that that was going to be a lot more dangerous than it was. It looks like Valletta's kind of taking out these barbarians. Doesn't need no Congolese help. Going on up here, let's go ahead and throw down... that gets us +1 food and a production. That gets us +2 housing, but we've got 5 housing, so it should be okay. You know what? If I threw down a campus right away... that's saying +3, but it's going to be +4 once that district is up. Yeah, we could do that, but I think we want a builder, actually. Let's get you building a builder, because then once you're done, you can build a trader. We can get a trade route going, and we can use the gold to purchase those 2 tiles so that the builder can get some food going, and the builder will also expend on that luxury resource. That's the plan for that builder. That's the plan for the beginning of the next episode. I will see you all next time.